Man, I'm tired of working for other people, man. I'm about to make a switch to an entrepreneur. Who with it?
I'm most definitely with it. Listen, man, the powers that be don't want you to wake up and get out that everyday rat race. They want to make workers, not entrepreneurs. So you know I'm with it, man.
All right, so let's get to it. Go ahead and make this extra money and switch it over.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
America, we are back once again, the GHL team. We have a special guest. We have Ty. Mr. Box Trucks himself is in the building. What's going on, my brother?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I can't complain, man.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
So, tell us who you are, what you do, and why you're here today.
My name is Ty. I'm here to discuss box truck owner operatorship.
Okay. And when did you start doing that?
Oh, man, I want to say 07.
07?
07, yeah. 07.
And what made you get into that business, and how did you even get, how did you get into it?
I used to work corporate, and corporate wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. A friend of mine started in the box truck game and pulled me in, and I've been doing it ever since.
All right.
All right, so what I wanted to have you on here for is I wanted to dispel these myths. Because me and my boy D was about to jump head first into the box truck. We about to jump right up in that joker like this. And you was like, hold
They had me on
up.
the phone for hours like, listen, we about to have 19 box trucks out here.
I'm about to go on the 401k, go crazy. Like, we about to turn this out. I'm about to buy a yard. I'm about to... And then you sat there and was like, bro, listen,
Like,
you
gave
listen
us
to
the
all
game.
these IG jokers, all these jokers, box truck, I ain't gonna say the rest. And you was like, bro, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the whole cold hard truth about what's going on.
It's a real game.
So when they said that you could be able to make $9 off of one run, break that down for me.
That is not true.
It's what we call cap, everybody.
If you're gonna make $900 off a run, you're gonna drive either across the country or damn near across the country. And what you gonna spend in fuel? What you gonna spend in tolls?
Right.
What you gonna spend in time? So is it worth your time to drive across the country for $900? I don't think so.
And what do you think that $900 is gonna look after you gas that thing up to get across the country? Go ahead and tell her. How much money you think you gonna
need money?
How much you gonna be left with? How much
You gonna be left with? I'll give you a good 250, 200. So if you want to drive for 20 hours for $200, then if that make math sense to you, go ahead, do it. But
so what if somebody say, all right, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna listen to the IG people.
and
That's $200 a day.
You're gonna be out of business within 2 months.
So all right, what do they say? I can make $200 a day doing that. What's wrong with that? What you gotta say to that?
$200 a day doing what? Driving across the country.
Drive across the country. I'm gonna go.
So you might as well go to Walmart and get you a job and make $100 a day and don't spend shit.
Now,
And work 8 hours.
Now, how much can you actually make not driving across the country, but driving in
Local,
your area?
local.
No, and let's not skip
It
this.
varies.
Let's not skip this though. Tell them the process of what you need to do to be able to make a successful living at driving
a
box
box
trucks.
truck.
Big facts.
Because that's what
Big
I didn't understand is that you have to build. It takes time. Like we say, the
so-
grind is real.
Let's start out off the top. Who are you going to be in business with?
I have no idea.
When you first get in business, 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a broker. The broker gets a percentage. So if the broker tells you, let's just say for argument's sake, the broker tells you, I got a job for you. I got one better. And this just happened. I had a customer that I deal with tell me 3 weeks ago, yo, I have a guy that goes from Long Island to Edison for $150. So, unless you're willing to do better on your pricing, I'm probably going to use him. I don't know if y'all familiar with Long Island.
It's far.
Yeah.
Far
Edison,
than
Edison
it's
to
way
Long
far.
Island is a minimum of an hour and a half.
Facts.
Okay? If there is any traffic, We are talking about double that.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're going to go maybe roughly 50 miles, I'm going to guess, maybe 50 miles with no traffic for an hour and a half for $150. When the toll itself is $40 just to get across to New York.
This is the good part.
Then there's another toll once you go into Long Island. Right. You have another toll. Yeah. That toll probably is another $30. So you 70 in already.
Damn.
So
that 150 going.
So what you doing it for? You doing it just to say you got business?
And look,
and that's not even the gas.
Because whoever looking at this, y'all sitting back like 150. What are you talking? 150. I'll do it. But then you thinking about the $40 toll. Then you what? The $30 going to Long Island at 70.
Gas.
Then the gas.
Depending on where you live at.
Mention gas.
But depending on where you live at, you might still have to come back to Jersey.
Right.
And it's another toll to come back to Jersey.
Yeah.
What is that? $15 now?
No, 15.
No, that's all like $15
for a truck.
No. I'm talking about what you got in your profit.
Yeah,
$15.
like you gotta
No, you got to pay gas.
You still gotta pay gas.
No, I'm saying I think you might have
and again, you talking about an hour and a half. Do you know
the gas is.
Do you know what I could do with an hour and a half? I can move in an hour and a half. I might can do something 5 miles away. Drop that, go get something else, drop that, go get something else. I can probably do 3 stops to at least maybe possibly 4 in an hour and a half. Versus 1 stop for $150.
Well, it ain't gonna be
and you're not making $150. So like, what are we talking about?
Right.
But like I said, when you first start the business, what's your contact? Your point of contact is 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a broker. Or okay, you're going to get on the load board. So let's talk about the load board. You ever read a load board before?
No.
So how you know what you're bidding on? How do you know? So now you get on the load board, right? The job says, oh, you go wherever. It's $700. Sound good, right? Okay. What happens, right? When you go to the pickup location and you got to wait 2 hours before they load you. Right? What happens when now that you waited those 2 hours that you might get caught up in traffic going wherever you might be going? Chances are if it's $700, you're either going to New York or you're going south or you're going north. Right? Let's just say for argument's sake, it takes you regular travel time to get this 700. We're going to say 2 hours. Right? So 2 hours will put you, if you're going south, it'll put you in either Delaware or Philly. If we going north, it'll put you in Connecticut. Won't even get to Boston. Chances are you're not making $700 to go to Connecticut, but we'll use the story that people tell about, the load board. Okay, cool. So now when you get to these locations, right, you probably ain't going to get unloaded right away. I've been to places like this, right? The load board not going to tell you need an appointment time, or it might tell you, right? But you don't know how to read the load board. So when you get there and you got to have an appointment time and they won't take you, what we talking about? So now you stuck with some shit on your truck that you can't get off without being at somebody's mercy because you don't know how to read the load board.
So what you're saying is that some of these I'm not going to say your name, but you know who I'm talking to. Some of these box truck gurus is basically capping. They basically capping. They putting people down the wrong road without telling them really what's going on.
I'm going to tell you this, right? When I first started box truck life, I was doing home deliveries. It was fun. Probably the most fun I had on a job because you're interacting with people, right? But guess what? If it ain't over a certain amount, you can't even report the shit to the insurance.
Wow.
They're not even.
So how much you got?
They're not telling people none of this.
So when you see the guys that be like, you go ahead, you could go to Home Depot, you could go to Sears, you could make $1,000 a day. Oh, hold on.
Old boy almost had him kicking in Amazon's door. We're gonna go in there and get all the contracts.
Hold on. He about to top it off. Now we gonna kill the Amazon myth because let's go to Amazon. Now they're gonna say, Ty, All right, whatever. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't worried about Sears. I ain't worried about Home Depot. I'm worried about Amazon. I'm gonna go to Amazon, make $800 a day.
All right, fair enough, right?
And I don't gotta read no low board because Amazon gonna do all the
Nah,
work
let him
for
get it
me.
off. Let him get it
I'm
off.
going to
Let him get it
garage.
off. Go ahead.
So you want to go to Amazon, right? So when you get in the door in Amazon, right? They take you into a meeting, right? And they start talking about what it takes to operate a box truck at Amazon, right? So you sitting there listening, and this is for somebody who don't know. We talk about somebody who don't know, right? So if I say to you, gentlemen, how many trucks y'all got? And y'all say, yo, we got 2 trucks. You know, I'm like, fuck, we got 3 trucks. Okay, cool. For your 3 trucks, right? You got to work those trucks 7 days a week, 365.
Wow.
Okay, Ty, I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple jokers from my neighborhood to work them trucks.
All right, fine, perfect. So I'm gonna start you out with 2, maybe 3 trips a night, right? Wherever those trips might be. What your payout is based upon those trips, okay? So if I send you from Newark to Paramus, I'm going to give you, I don't know, $300 to go from Newark to Paramus. Sounds great, right?
But there's more.
But there's more. When you do Newark to Paramus, for $300, that's probably your only locked and stocked route for the night, right? So now they say you can make up to $1,000 or whatever the case might be. You have to complete that Newark to Paramus. You have to come back to the Amazon facility, right? Put your name back on the list that you want to go back out with another route.
The same night?
The same night.
Okay.
So now, in trucking life, right, you don't want to do a lot of back and forth. Once you load, you load. Every minute counts for something. Not every hour, every minute. Because you don't control the highways, right? So if I come back, right, you think I'm the only one that's loading?
Of course.
So now I got to wait for a door.
Oh.
I got to wait for somebody else to load up so I can get their door, right? Then I load up, right? You have to find out where that next route is going, what that next route is paying. So let's reverse the conversation a little bit. If you just coming in the door, and I've been at Amazon for, a year, do you think Amazon is going to give me, who they know,
Seniority.
the better route?
Yeah.
Or you think they're going to give it to the new guy that they don't know if you know anything?
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Seniority.
they're giving it
Nigga,
to
I don't even know if you can take the freight out and be responsible enough to not steal the freight.
Exactly.
So, again, like, it's a lot of myths. But cool. We ain't even talked about insurance. The average insurance on a truck is at minimum $1,000 a month.
Come on. Yeah.
So you already in the red. You're already walking in the door on the red and you ain't made $1 yet.
The average box truck has a minimum of a 50-gallon tank.
Yeah.
Diesel right now is $4.13 a gallon. Do the math.
Oh, tell them about the brakes.
Depends on your truck. Depends on who working on your truck.
You better have a big Gatorade bottle on the side of your truck because it's going to get hard out there.
Right? It's. I'm not going to tell you can't make money, but you better have somebody that you know that you can get money with. And until you build that foundation, it's going to be a struggle.
So
and dudes is getting into this box truck life daily.
Yeah.
And
Because Instagram.
And within 2 months, they
Done.
out of it.
Done.
Of course.
They out of it.
So
Because
go ahead.
because the perception is that I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make all this money. I'm making $800 a day. It's crazy. And then when you get in there, you be like $150 to go, and then you do 2 runs. And then at the end of the day, after you done do the gas and the tolls, you walk away with $30. You like,
Right.
I could go to Walmart for this.
But
Even if you're able to do the runs.
But the misconception, what a lot of people don't realize, right? And because we live so close to New York, we be cool with like, yo, you want to go to New York? Oh, yeah, I'll go to New York. But you're thinking about it from a car's perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all
You're
gotta
not
take
thinking about
special
it.
roads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
You can't just,
You can't get on no parkways.
Nope.
You can't get on no main streets. You have to take straight truck routes in New York. Your ass get caught, New York gonna bang you. So when New York bang you, you think that ticket cheap?
It's up there.
For all of you that's down in New York, a parking ticket on the street is $150. So imagine what a traffic violation gonna be in a truck. It's commercial.
So
I need a stacky, baby.
like, you can make money, but look where I told you I came from.
Yeah.
I came from not knowing
Grinding.
what I was doing. I ain't have a clue. Somebody pulled me in and was like, yo, come on. This what we doing. And I was like, cool. And again, I had fun until they started fucking with my settlement.
Yeah.
And then when I started seeing like, oh, hold up, wait a minute, time out. And it gets better. You might not be responsible for damages, right? Again, this is going back probably about a good 7 years. I can go in your house, right? And this is what home delivery. I can go in your house with some merchandise. I can put you on the phone with the company that I'm delivering for. And they'll ask, oh, yo, is everything all right? Everything go good? In my face, you say, yeah, everything went great. Everything went lovely. You know, I got my shit, everything good. You can call back tomorrow and be like, yo, I found scratches on my floor. I found dents in the merchandise.
Yep.
I found whatever. And you know what the parent company is going to say that you deliver for? What can I do to make it right?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
The
What can I do
customer
to make it
always
right?
And they not paying, you pay.
Yeah.
And you paying.
Yeah, deduction.
So now when you get your settlement and you like, yo, what the fuck is this $250 for?
Right.
Oh, the customer said, yo, you don't want to talk to me about it? Because I'm telling you, that didn't happen. When I called and spoke to you and you spoke to the customer said everything was good. Oh, yeah, but well, we just going to make everything right. But no, you ain't making it right by me.
Right.
And settlement
Right.
means that after you make your delivery, you
Yeah.
receive your payment,
Yeah.
and it ain't of the day with me and
Oh,
Derek.
no.
Tell them
Yeah,
about when you
yeah.
get your
We
settlement.
was on
we
that
thought
stuff.
if you
We
make
was
the
on
delivery,
that.
you gonna
We
get
was on
paid.
that stuff.
No, we thought even you get it on Friday. No, tell them what it really
We
is.
was on that stuff.
So you get your settlement a week to 2 weeks out. Right? So let's start adding up this money. Let's go back to how much gas costs. You have to be able to fill that truck up for a minimum of 2 weeks out of your pocket.
Wow.
You have to come out with that deposit for that insurance out of your pocket. You also have to be able to come up with toll money out of your pocket. Nobody's fronting you nothing.
So you gotta have it back to make it back, pretty much.
Now, you want to talk about buying used trucks? Perfect.
That's
Perfect.
That was me and Matthew.
We smoking up all them now. The guys stand in front of the Ryder trucks and be like, "You can go to the Ryder truck and get this Ryder truck for $8,000." I'm talking about that.
Okay, so that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. You can't get a used truck of good quality under 40,000. Under 40,000.
And they was talking about
And
$8,000.
We was like, "Yo, we found 3 trucks for
We
$8,000."
researched
I was
it.
about to go buy all 3.
Lemons.
What's wrong with that truck? Why are they
The one
selling
for
the
$8,000.
It's no telling. It could be a motor. It could be a transmission. It could be something with the axles. It's no telling. It's no telling. But you're not gonna know until you get in it. It ain't giving you no warranty on it.
You're gonna be going all the way to Queens. And
All right,
So,
be
for
left
all
in
my
Queens.
street mechanics, hold on one second, Ty. Break it down, because me, I was like, you know what?
We can just go.
I'll fix that up.
Get somebody.
AutoZone fix that up.
Okay. So
Different type of transmission, brother.
if you want to go and deal with Ronnie down the block,
Yeah.
is he a diesel mechanic?
Nah.
So if he ain't a
He's
diesel,
barely a mechanic.
so if he ain't a diesel mechanic, how he gonna be able to tell you what's wrong with the truck? And all right, he tell you to change whatever. You get the truck started and you roll back down the street and that shit break again. Every time you down, you're losing money.
Yeah.
Right. And you might hurt somebody.
I mean, that's at the absolute worst.
Yeah.
But every time you're down, you're losing money. Anytime the truck is not rolling, you're losing money.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got a couple $1,050. I'm gonna buy a truck for $8,000. I'm gonna put $5,000 in it. I'm still getting off because I'm still nowhere. Even if I put $10,000 in it, I'm still nowhere near 40, Ty.
Perfect. Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
Seriously.
Call me in 6 months and tell me how it worked out for you.
So hearing your story, how do you do this the right way so that other people don't have to fall into
You
the
have
pitfalls that
you have to do your homework before you go in.
Okay.
You have to do your homework before you go in. You have to establish first and foremost, who are you going to be working with?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck who you going to be working for. You don't go in the truck and to work for nobody.
Right.
You go in the truck and to work with somebody. So who are you going to be working with? How beneficial is it for you to work with this person? Now, once you got that established, now you got to be able to figure out and understand, again, by doing your homework, what are your areas of service that you're willing to go to? What are your areas of service that you're not willing to go to? And that's going to be based solely on time consumption. Straight time consumption.
Time is money.
Time is money.
Yeah.
So if you're driving, let's just say for argument's sake, if you're driving to Maryland, which is generally about 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
How much money did you spend to go to Maryland versus how much money would you have spent to stay in Jersey? What does that look like? And that's based upon gas, tolls, and what have you.
Yeah.
So if I can stay in Jersey and do jobs in Jersey, and Jersey can be from North Jersey to South Jersey, but if I can spend, let's just say, 1 full tank of gas to do those jobs, and let's just say, for argument's sake, I can avoid all the tolls. How do you avoid the tolls? You take the non-toll roads, right? And let's just say my profit margin for the day is 400. Versus, I drive 4 hours to Maryland for a $200 profit margin based upon expenses. Which one is the better option?
Because the price up front sounds good, but when you do the deduction in the end, it's bad.
Terrible.
Bad.
Right.
Terrible.
So like you had told me and D, I want to drop a jewel on somebody, or people as well. You had told me and D how you was able to get away from the broker.
Oh yeah.
And you was able to then start to negotiate prices and fees or make more sense for you, but it requires time in and grind. You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
I personally met somebody that had been in business.
Yeah.
That was his business was passed down from his dad, right? So he went from his father to him. The business probably was in business for like 30 years. So what we just talking about? He's talking about time, right?
Yeah.
So we talking about 30 years of knowledge, 30 years of knowing what to do, what not to do. So I met him, right? I was working with him. I worked with him for 7 years. Just getting information.
Going through the broker?
No, no broker.
Just working
with him.
Okay.
Getting information, learning the business, learning where you go, learning where you shouldn't go, learning how you negotiate, how you get to a price point. It's all a process that requires time in.
Yeah.
Now, it's easy to go out and do a route. A route is a set price. Period. And guess what? I can do one stop, one, for what somebody does a whole route for the same money.
Wow.
And a stop is just a drop.
A drop.
Out.
A pick up and drop.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's matches somebody that's driving halfway across the country to me.
And the other thing I want to talk about as well, when Ty's talking about, is like, first of all, he told us like you work for a broker, And then as you work for that broker, then you start to, when you go to the same spot over and over again, you start to have a side conversation with the joker that you doing the load for.
You better.
And be like, you know, and you work out something, you build a bond, you come in, but that comes from the grind. No ebook is going to give you that. Not paying $1,000 to listen to that's not going to get you that. You have to go do the work.
No,
you got to go through the lumps and the bumps.
Yeah, you got to get that experience.
You got to be able to understand what's going to be in the path that you have. That's why we telling you the truth, so you know, like, all right, I know it is not all sweet, but if you still want to go ahead and go down the route, then you know, we trying to give you the game where you go through the broker, or if you can't find a job, you have to go through a broker, right, Todd?
You.
And then when you
at the beginning, because you don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
If you don't know nothing.
When you go into these facilities, you build a relationship with those people inside the facilities, and then you go from there, and then you try to work out a deal with that person so you can be able to start doing drops instead of doing routes.
There you go.
Because the routes is what the broker gives you, right?
No, a broker gives you
Work,
individual work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a percentage tied to that work.
What's the difference between, I know the drops is like you just picking up and dropping off. What's the difference between the route? You drop off multiple times?
Yeah, or multiple times. So you probably go somewhere in particular, fill your truck up with however many stops that you're going to do, which on average, Jokers is doing like 10 stops or better.
It's crazy.
Like,
I used to work at a warehouse, and people used to come with the box trucks, and when they pull up to the dock, you could see, like, they got pallets, right? But then they got sections that they got blocked off because they go into different spots.
Right.
So in the front of the trailer, they have, like, probably 2 pallets that's going to Connecticut, then 2 going to New York, then 2 going to New Jersey, and then it's like, those, like, he explained to me, like, those are the different drops when you're doing a route.
right, when you're doing a route.
Yeah.
So you got multiple stops.
So with a broker, how do you get your insurance and stuff and the legal side of what you're doing? Do they facilitate?
No. You gotta do it all on your own.
Okay.
You have to do all of that.
So what's required? What type of licenses?
You can do a regular driver's license.
Oh, for real?
It depends on what size
Okay,
truck you
I know
have. It's based on the weight of the truck.
20, I think you got to be under 26 something.
As long as it's under 26,000 pounds, you can have a regular driver's license.
Yep.
Right.
If it's 26,000, if it's 26,001 pound, you gotta have a commercial driver's license.
Okay.
We was excited.
Yeah, we was. But Brother Ty had to tell us.
IG have you excited about that?
Listen, Brother Ty.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Brother Ty was like, yo, pump y'all brakes. Y'all thinking too much. Y'all trying to jump too fast.
It's real.
So like, what are the requirements that what are the things like you would need to get started? The one is the $40,000 truck or better. You got to actually spend money on your truck. Preferably, if you can, try to get a new one. No new one? Okay, so go ahead.
No, new one ain't going to be...
New one, more problems?
No, it's just...
That junk
you
is
got
expensive.
You on
Yeah, I was about to say,
$100,000?
that's
Okay.
expensive. That's
So, all right,
expensive.
so you have $40,000, that's giving you a good truck.
That's giving you a workable truck that you hopefully can get your 2 weeks in a whole out of.
Yeah.
Hopefully. They give you the game. All right,
Hopefully,
man.
because you don't know who had that truck.
And what they did with it.
You don't know what they was doing with that truck.
Right.
And you don't know... Cool, let's do Ryder. You got the truck from Ryder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your time and go to Ryder and look at how much their trucks are. 40,000, you probably ain't gonna find one. If you do, it's gonna be like a 2005 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be so so used, and it's gonna have, which they have them, 500,000, 600,000 miles. So, like,
as soon as you pull up the light, broke.
Like,
as soon as you pull up the light,
you don't know what.
Scooby Bops.
You don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you got until you get out on the road and start moving.
So with the ones that are 40 and up, do you get a warranty or a guarantee with those?
Depends on where you buying it from, but your warranty or your guarantee is only be for 30 days.
Okay.
So if I'm a smart truck salesman,
That's the grind, hustle, live alert.
I'm
that.
gonna make sure that truck, to the best of its ability, make those 30 days. When I first bought my truck, my shit didn't last 2 weeks.
And how much you paid for your truck when you first started?
When I first started, I paid 25.
25.
25.
Okay.
But that's a smaller one though.
That's an 18 foot.
18 foot. Okay.
That's an 18 foot.
Now, so you got the truck, and then what are the other steps you got to do?
You got to get insurance based upon what the insurance requirements are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your insurance requirements are going to be based on who you're going to be in business with. So most people are going to want you to have a minimum of $1 million liability policy.
Wow.
So now you got to call around to insurance agencies and see who has the best price point for you, based upon your drive history, based upon your new business.
Yeah.
That's where they're gonna quote you from.
Now, do you go ahead and do it off your personal, or do you create an LLC before you start?
No, you create an LLC, but everything goes off your personal until you establish
Personal
yourself.
liability, yeah. All right, so
Until you establish
you
yourself.
create LLC, you gotta do all personal liability. use your own information.
You're a new person to the business. So am I supposed to know that you know anything? I have to go off of your personal.
Yeah.
All of your everything, even when you get down to buying the truck, it's going to be based off your personal. If you're going to do a finance, everything is based off your personal.
All right, so after that, what else do you need? When you get the insurance, you got the truck, and then
Who you gonna work? Who you gonna work with?
broker.
You
Now,
gotta
how
go to
you
the
find
broker.
a broker?
You gotta go to the broker.
I mean, you can look in Google to find local brokers and but that goes back to that conversation. Before you jump in, you don't know who you're gonna work with.
Right.
So you just spent $40,000 and you don't know what you're doing.
You
Like,
just
what
got
are we
a
talking?
truck. You
What
just
are we
got a
talking about?
truck.
Yeah, like what are we talking about? Like, you better know what you're doing before you spend that kind of money, and you better have at least close as possible to $10,000 to operate until you get paid.
So, and do you think people should have money saved, period?
You better
He said 10. He said you better add
as
10
close as you possibly can get to 10.
You spent 40 bands on a truck.
So you got 40 bands on the truck. 10 just in case something happen and stuff do happen.
Don't forget about that stack.
because it
You
broke
spending
down 2
insurance,
weeks
too.
after he had it.
But that's after you've established the insurance.
Yeah,
You don't
that's
know
right.
what that down
Yeah.
payment gonna be.
Exactly.
That down payment might be $2,500.
So you gotta wait.
Wait on that.
So that's gonna be based upon what your driving situation is.
The 10,000. So the 10,000 just for you to pay the monthly insurance, to pay whatever bills come up. Then you got
10 to save.
10 to save.
You spent 40 on the truck.
Hold on. 10
Then-
is 10 for what? It's
10
10
for
for
expenses.
Yeah,
10 for expensive.
Yeah.
10 for expenses.
It's 40 for the truck.
Yeah.
Possibly 2,500 or more depending on your driver record for the insurance. And you in business.
You in business.
And finding a broker.
And finding
And that's another thing.
and finding somebody to work with.
Now,
No, hold on. I was gonna say one more thing. I was trying to dispel. I want this to be a blockbuster for all these jokers. Then we out. The last thing is, okay, Ty, I don't need $40,000. I go to Ryder and go rent me a truck.
You're gonna pay $200 a day.
Jeez.
And that's not
barely
including
make it
insurance.
$200.
That's not including insurance. That's
Hold
not
on.
including
Right.
miles.
That
And
box,
that's not
that
including
box truck
gas.
dude said I can make $500. Okay, so hold on, $200, then the toll, then the gas,
Insurance.
then the, no, you don't need it. I rented a truck, Shells. I don't need no insurance. So hold on, what do you mean?
Well, their insurance is like $60.
Yeah, no, you gotta pay. You
still
gotta
gotta have
pay
insurance.
daily insurance.
You still gotta have
Daily
insurance.
When you
Their
rent the
insurance-
truck, you
yeah,
gotta
they-
get daily
yeah,
insurance.
Their
You have to
insurance
pay
like
insurance.
I'm
$60 a day.
still at $70. What the heck?
Yeah,
So that's
you gotta
two-
get
that's-
daily insurance, yo.
That's you talking
UPS is
about
hiring.
close to 2. And hold on, let me say this, right? That 200 is based upon you having a corporate account.
Oh wow.
That
So
ain't
I
based
ain't know
upon
that. I ain't know
that
that.
ain't
I
based
ain't know
upon
that.
you just walking in there renting a truck.
No, that's not what Boxman tell me. So hold on.
Boxman.
I'm not gonna have no corporate account. I'm gonna go in the door because I want to do this today.
We doing dock drops. We doing
And
dock
we
drops.
doing dock drops.
Okay, so
we gonna go get pipes.
so they gonna tell you, I have a corporate account, so I don't know, but I know what I pay for a corporate account.
Yeah.
They gonna tell you over $200 a day for the rental.
Yeah.
They gonna tell you about $60 a day for the insurance.
Yep.
And so you
Still got to pay for your gas, too.
So you had $260, and on their trucks they have 100-gallon tanks. They have 250-gallon tanks. So if diesel is we're gonna say $4 a gallon. $4 times 100 is how much money?
400.
Hold on. So if I go and I do the dock drop, right? The
The
box
dock-
man told me.
yeah.
And he said I make $700 off the box. I'm negative.
Negative. You owe money.
It's 400, 200 tolls. I got $30. I might have $30.
Hey, Late, you gotta eat too. You gonna be driving all day? You ain't gonna eat nothing.
Hold on. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who I'm talking to. Boxman should be ashamed of your damn self. You're lying to the people like that, man. But this is a part of the time, this is the part of the show where we got to go to my man D. And you know what time it is.
Grind time with D, family. Yeah, so Todd, we know you've been an entrepreneur for a long time. Like we seen you grind all the time. So this part of the show, I ask you a question. We want you to tell us a time when you did the most with the least you had to flip your grind into a hustle?
When I first started, I didn't know what I was getting into. I had no clue. And I started out with less than 10. It was a struggle, but we talking about over 12 years ago. Gas prices wasn't as high.
Yeah.
But again, I had somebody that was in it that could help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you going into this thing in today's time, who got money to help you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Yeah,
So,
definitely.
You can go to somebody with a bright idea and tell them, yo, let's be partners. All right, cool. But when they don't see a return on that partnership, they pulling.
People change attitudes real fast.
They pulling. So, like I said, the best thing you can do is do your homework before you get involved. Because if you don't do your homework before you get involved, you could possibly fuck up a good relationship over money. And money changes relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every
all
day.
the time.
Every day. Money
Definitely,
changes
man.
relationships.
And I just wanted to say, what inspired the grind in you? That you was like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to work. I'm going to stick this thing out. I'm going to master it. And I'm going to become the master of my own destiny. After all the adversities, you went all in. Your truck broke down 2 weeks after you got in. You was like, you know what? I'm going to still master my craft.
You want the honest answer?
Honest
For
answer.
sure.
Honest, that's what we here for. You know, this is GHL.
We don't
you
do
know.
the easy bake
Yeah,
oven
nah,
talk
we
here.
need-
We want that. We want
the
that
genuine.
real. Tell
We
us
want
the
it
real.
genuine. We want it straight from the heart.
I was outside. I was outside.
Yeah.
My young life, I was outside. And I paid the cost for being outside.
Yeah.
And as you get older and you start to realize whatever you making, it ain't enough to warrant you being inside. So, you know, if you want to listen or not listen, I could care less.
Yeah.
But for me,
Yeah.
you don't make no money inside.
Right.
And
Not enough anyway.
Not enough.
$1 a day or something like that.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nobody that was outside that can tell you, yo, it was worth it.
Right. That's a fact. And with what you said, I guess it's time for my Shell's Bars of the Day.
Oh, hold on. No, I'm supposed to announce that. I'm supposed to catch you off guard. Now,
Go
he's
ahead.
studying now. I don't like that.
I'm ready for you. You caught me off guard last time, but I'm
No,
still
no,
on
no,
point, though. I was still on point.
The bar of the day, Shells. Bop it out.
Whether it's rain, snow, or sunny, Ty gonna get the money. Listen, man, you know, I know that you're short on time, so we're going to end it right here. But I want to thank you, man, for dedicating your time and really telling the people what's real behind everything. Because we got Box Man out here. We're going to call you Box Man.
It's a lot of them, though. It's a lot of
it's
boxing.
Box men.
It's a lot of people
it's a lot
selling
of-
a dream, but
yeah.
why they selling their dream?
That community crazy, but
It's an income involved with it.
yeah, absolutely.
So
Buy
if
my ebook
so
for
if I
$5.99.
can make money off you, you
Why
know,
not?
depending on who I am as a person,
The hustle's the hustle.
why wouldn't I?
The hustle's the hustle.
Definitely.
Well, does anybody have anything before we close this thing out, man? This guy
Nah,
gave
man,
some
we
good
appreciate
stuff,
you, man.
There's a
That's
master
all
class
I
today,
wanna say.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody good? You good?
You good in here?
Yeah.
Say no more than we
Looking
good.
like-
Listen, it's been another great episode. We got my guy Ty Money. You already know. And we hope that y'all learned something. We hope that y'all got something from this. And we hope that y'all come back again and see us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because we're going to continue to keep this information going for y'all. But as always, first you find your grind.
You turn into a hustle?
So you live life how you want to.
A little
and
delay
you was
on
late.
that.
And you
A
was
little
late.
delay
You
on
had a
that.
delay. Your boy had a
No,
delay.
she messed up. You supposed to be like, and you know it.
Nah.
Let's do it again.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Come on.
Let's do it again. Let's do it
I'm
again.
not saying that.
You ready?
First you find your grind.
Do you turn into a hustle?
So you live life how you want to?
Period.
Period.
Yeah.
But what's funny though, you said Matt line, Matt said your line.
What?
What?
Nah, I
All right, yo, we out.
We out.
We out.
We out. Thank y'all,
We out.
man. America, we'll be back.
First you find your grind, then you turn it to a hustle, then you live life how you want to. Yeah, 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 yeah. grind, hustle, hustle, live, grind, hustle, hustle, live, grind, hustle, hustle, live, grind, hustle, hustle, live. Got out the mud, came out of that dirt. No time for sleep, been putting that work. Do it for my last name, can't do it for my first. I'm a king since birth, been on my worth. Grind, grind, hustle, hustle.